Right, hello again. This is me. And today, like I said from the beginning, to be able to analyze an advertising, we need to learn different execution styles and appeals. So the one of the appeals that we will talk about today is imagery focused advertising or imagery based or imagery appeals, right? So, and let's start with a couple of examples. I again get those questions from the Conta article. And basically what they say, ask yourself those questions. If you can find some answers regarding this, it's probably an imagery focused communication. So what is it? It basically, does this ad provide a sensory stimulation? So sensory stimulation through, of course, visuals, right? So images, like cool visuals, arousing music, mouth-watering images again. So based on overall the video or image, do they provide some sensory stimulation? Is the ad visually pleasing? Is the ad cute? Babies, puppies, animated characters. So there are some agencies called cat advertising agencies nowadays, right? Because kittens and cute cats are also part of imagery focused communication. So one good example that I like to share with you, I don't know if you have watched Mad Men series, the TV show. If you haven't watched it, you are lucky because you can watch it from scratch. And if you are interested in marketing advertising, I strongly recommend you to watch this TV show, TV series. It's on everywhere, probably like on Netflix or Prime, Amazon Prime, and everything. So you can watch it. So one scene especially caught my attention, and it is definitely a good example for imagery focused communication. So let's watch it quickly, then we will continue to our discussion.
It's clean, it's simple, and it's tantalizingly incomplete. What's missing? One thing. Pass the Heinz.
You mean the Heinz ketchup?
It's Heinz. It only means one thing.
It feels like half an ad.
The greatest thing you have working for you is not the photo you take or the picture you paint. It's the imagination of the consumer. They have no budget. They have no time limit. And if you can get into that space, your ad can run all day.
So that is a really good line, okay? So first of all, if you look at the images, they are basically just, image of different food. There is no product image, and that annoys the brand manager, right? So, and that's a really true representation of what is happening in creative agencies, between creative agencies and brands. Brands want to show their products, and then they show their offerings and services, everything. Agencies said that, no, if you can tap into your target audience imagination, that's great. If you can link your ketchup, right, Heinz ketchup, or your brand, with the food that they love eating, then that's your success, right? But brands like, no, put my product over there, say Heinz ketchup, but it is really good to have this association in consumers' mind with the images, okay? So that was a part of the show, of course, like the TV series in one of the episodes, but it was so successful in real life. One of the agency actually recreated this ad in real life and put them in the billboards, right? So, and you can find some information about this. They literally recreated this by putting these images, and like majority of the image is the advertising and visual is the food, right? So it says pasta Heinz, but there is no product, okay? But you can see this, actually. You can easily link these two together, right? So hamburger, I need ketchup, Heinz ketchup, pasta Heinz, not past ketchup, okay? So that is really clever. And remember, if it is clever, then it is imagery based advertising, imagery focused, okay? And there are some others as well. I'm sure you are gonna love the next example. It's called sex appeal, right? So, and then I'm sure you heard about the phrase sex sells. Unfortunately, it is true in most of the cases, and companies, brands are using it again and again. It is sometimes weird, right? So to use this type of thing, especially with food, right? So you see chocolate ads, a lot of, again, sex appeal in chocolate ads or like other foods. In this one, hamburger. We just saw like a hamburger ad without anything, just burger and pasta Heinz. But now this one, they are using, again, maybe, like I said, objectified bodies for male and female. This is not something that, of course, I recommend, but if your target audience, if you think that your target audience will like this type of ads, then you can use it, right? And that's what they are doing. Fashion brands always use this type of provocative advertising in images, because remember, in the end, what type of emotion they like to create? Some sort of, recognition, status, and having some good feelings. And how do they do it? Without any, information, they just share some images. Do you like to be that man that other girls are looking at? And yeah, so that is the main idea or main appeal they try to give this ad. And the last one that I'd like to share today is the reminder appeal. Reminder appeal are also imagery-based advertising. They don't say a lot. They don't create any feelings, but what they try to do is keep reminding themselves, right? So because they don't want to be away from you too much, because out of mind, out of sight, like out of sight, out of mind, right? So they don't want to be out of sight, and they just easily keep showing themselves on different places, on like out of door advertising, on TV, on digital, social media, search engines, everywhere, right? Because repetition, it is something that we are going to talk about later, not at the part of this advertising surgery session, but when we talk about overall communication effectiveness. So frequency of advertising is really critical, right? So they say you can show your advertising at least 8 times to be successful. After 8, 10 times, the return are not that great, right? So you don't need to show your advertising that much. But we are going to have those discussions later. So this one, nothing else. I'm loving it. McDonald's slogan and logo. That's it. And the second one, Adidas, nothing, just the logo and the product. Okay. And that's it, right? So they easily remind themselves by putting them in a magazine, on outdoor advertising or TV or social media. Then you actually keep showing them. And eventually, when you like to have dinner, you subconsciously would like to order McDonald's. Why? Because you saw them several times today without noticing even, right? So you didn't realize you see those advertising, but your mind actually recognize it and keep it back of your mind, okay? So that is the success of advertising in a nutshell. But we are going to talk about other appeals in other videos. Please keep watching and let me know what do you think about those. Share your feedback and ideas. I'd love to hear from you. And in the next video, we are going to talk about behavioral, action-focused advertising. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.